Is that where your kids are in Nigeria?
I don't know where they are. I think they're abroad, but I don't know for sure.
Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry.
When two divorced men meet to discuss one's failed marriage and details about how they are moving on, it's sure to be explosive. Popular Nigerian OAP Daddy Freeze jumped on a Facebook Live with Justine for an update about his life after his divorce from Korra Obidi, the singing and dancing princess from the motherland. The 35-year-old LA-based chiropractor during the interview proclaimed deep love for his girls. Additionally, Justine revealed that everything he does, including work, he does for his kids. But going by this statement, many are confused as to why the father of two has refused to pay his quota for his daughter's school fees after agreeing to 50-50 childcare with his ex-wife, Korra Obidi.
June is basically considered not in that school anymore until they get a doctor's note.
A few days ago, the singing and dancing princess called out her ex for having money to pay lawyers to fight for full custody, but is okay with their first daughter missing school for a week over unpaid fees. Even worse, Kora exposed the LA-based sports therapist for being a no-show at their youngest daughter's passport application appointment. This is despite her pleas that she wants to connect her kids to her Nigerian roots and visit the country with them to see her aged father and the rest of the family. Somehow during the interview with Daddy Freeze, the father of two implied that Kora is spinning lies against him. While the single mother is lamenting about the bills of her kids choking her, Justine describes being a single dad as easy.
It's fine. I like it. It's easy. I mean, it's easier than the alternative. It's been fine. I actually thought that maybe it would make dating harder, but now it's like girls like a single dad. I love it, honestly. I love being a dad. It's the most important part of my life. It means everything to me, really. So everything I do is for my kids. So I work hard for them, and I'm a family man.
Contrary to Kora's claims that her ex doesn't want her kids to visit Nigeria, the chiropractor says he loves Nigeria and wants his kids to connect with their Nigerian roots.
I'm a very traditional man, so I like traditional women. So in general, the thought process is there's a lot of traditional women in Africa versus here in the States. I want my two daughters, June and Athena, to be still intact to the Nigerian culture, still have a association with it. I'll definitely bring my daughters back to Nigeria in the future.
These contradictory statements have now got many wondering who is lying and who is telling the truth. But for someone who admitted to eating live earthworms for extra credit in high school, should Justine's statements be the one under immense scrutiny?
Hello guys, it's T-Code here for African Glitz.
Undoubtedly, Big Kora has been on a winning streak since her marriage to US-born chiropractor Justine hit the rocks in March of 2021. From her budding music career to making giant strides in real estate investment and growing a community of people who intensely love and support her. But when it comes to co-parenting, Kora is having a hard time as a single mother. The singing and dancing princess from the motherland for months lamented that her ex-husband was not helping to make things easier. A week after their thrown-out court case, the talented dancer and singer cried out that her first daughter, June, had been out of school for a week.
I tried to take June to school today, and I couldn't because she hasn't been in school for a week, and they didn't want to accept her.
In the viral video, the all-round content creator blamed her ex-husband for not paying up his 50% share of their daughter's school fees, leading to this undesirable outcome.
So I couldn't drop June at school because for a whole week she wasn't in school. And I'm just, at this point, I'm so tired.
After their marriage collapsed and was eventually dissolved, Kora was content with sharing custody with her ex and splitting their children's bills 50-50. Initially, Justine was not in support. While Kora wanted him to be part of their kids' lives, he wanted full custody and to get Kora to pay him spousal and child support. But the legal petition was ultimately thrown out, leading the former couple to settle 50-50 on everything. On December 20, 2023, Justine jumped on an interview with controversial media personality Daddy Freeze. During the Facebook Live, the sports therapist talked about life after divorce and his kids.
Yeah, so I'm a doctor of chiropractic. So for those of you who don't know, that's a joint specialist. I'm a primary care physician. So I'm not a medical doctor, but I do not need a referral from another doctor to see patients. I can diagnose anything, order x-rays. In certain states, I can draw blood, deliver babies, do pap smears, that kind of thing. So it's very much like a triage profession, mainly dealing with pain. I formerly worked in China. I was working at the Olympic Training Center there, which is how I got involved with all you Nigerian folks. And now I live in LA, working with primarily athletes, celebrities, that kind of thing here in LA.
Although Freeze tried to steer clear of the ongoing drama between the father of two and his ex-wife, Korra Obidi, but Justine talked about it regardless, making several contradictory statements but not in so many words. During the interview, Justine bragged about being a full-time single dad, describing himself as an involved father.
Yeah, I'm a full-time single dad when I'm with them. I change diapers, feed them, cook, take them to school, do everything that a parent would.
Even bragging further, the father of two said he is a family man and everything he does it for his kids. Justine also brags that being a single father is easy, while Kora is complaining bitterly that the bills are choking her. Could Justine be finding single fatherhood easy because he is not paying bills? Months ago, the singing and dancing princess called out Justine for not changing their toddlers' diapers regularly, leading to infections that she had to deal with financially. Contrary to these accusations, Justine raved about loving Nigeria since he last visited in December of 2019. The sports therapist said he loves Nigerian jollof and suya, but not pepper soup because of the pepper's intensity. He doesn't like the native snail cuisine because the taste reminds him of high school, where he once ate live earthworms for extra credit.
I don't eat the snail, the big ass snails you guys have. What's that called?
Yeah, snails. You don't like it?
It reminds me in high school when I got extra credit for eating an earthworm.
How do you eat an earthworm?
Well, it's alive and it's wiggling, and you put it in your mouth and chew it up and eat it. Tastes exactly the same as the snails. Yeah, that's something you do in high school biology class here. It's not mandatory; it's extra credit. So I just.
How do they make? Why do they make kids eat earthworms?
They don't make you. It's just an option.
And if you did, you get extra credit.
Yeah. Maybe I was 16. Obviously, I'm sure it was safe if they let us do it. But
besides food, the LA-based chiropractor claimed he loves Nigeria's cohesive family bond and unity and general positivity towards life. For this reason, he wants his children to be in touch with their Nigerian roots and visit when possible. When asked if he would love to visit again, the single father gave a positive answer, revealing he would prefer to visit with his kids. Further, Daddy Freeze discussed divorce in the American legal system and how it's opposite in Nigeria. The single father admitted that financially, everything is split equally between both parties. The chiropractor indirectly admitted that in his crashed marriage, Kora was the primary breadwinner in their family, which explains why she had to pay him $50,000 in equalization.
If you went through a divorce, how much do you think it would cost you? Would it cost you half of what you own?
Well, generally speaking, it's you divide up 50% of the marital assets. So if the woman's the primary breadwinner, she's going to pay the man, or vice versa. So it depends if you own a house and that kind of stuff. So it's a little like when it comes to finances, that's pretty fair and split 50-50. But when it comes to kids, it's highly incentivized towards
women.
But when it comes to child custody, the American doctor said the legal system is primarily set up to favor women, and they use it as a tool of manipulation. Because of this, Justine claimed he had to fight hard to be a part of his kids' lives, even though Kora wanted shared custody from the get-go, while he wanted full custody. Kora, as we've all seen, after several expertise were filed to remove the children completely from her care. She was the one who had to fight tooth and nail to be part of their children's lives. When they talked about religion, Justine said he doesn't identify with any, but he is spiritual. According to him, people use religion to say and do hateful things. The single father gave the example of Nigerians who have been using God's name to say hateful things to him based on lies being spread about him. At this point, Daddy Freeze empathized with the father of two and shared the story of his own divorce, revealing that his first wife took the children from him, and he hadn't seen or heard from his children since 7 years. Insinuating that he is in a more complicated divorce mess than Justine, Daddy Freeze reveals that he genuinely doesn't know if his children are in Nigeria or living outside Nigeria.
And I also went through, I've not seen my kids in a long time, like 7 years. I think they're abroad. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. And
the OAP, with whom African Glitz revealed how he secretly got married again in the UK on September 10, 2022, admitted that he is in a new and happier relationship.
I've moved on. I'm in a better place. I'm in a much better relationship. The only problem in my life is I have no access to my kids, and that I find particularly disturbing. But I've coped for the last 7 years, and I believe I'd continue to cope.
Daddy Freeze, whose wife was lying beside him in the hotel room where he conducted the interview, said some women want to destroy men's life. Justine Dean said he knows that well, obviously referring to his ex-wife.
Some women, when they leave you, the plan is to destroy you. Yeah. So when it comes to being divorced, you can see that quite a lot of Nigerian men are also going through that.
Despite his experience with Korra Obidi, the single father is still interested in dating a Nigerian woman. According to him, he's primarily attracted to black women. Surprisingly, Justine is finding dating relatively easy. As a family-oriented single father, the chiropractor said he is quite the catch and has many single women flocking around him. Hours after the interview, Korra Obidi's ex-husband announced on all his socials that he was off the market and seen someone new. But when it comes to marriage, Justine says he will draw the line. What this means is that he will get a prenuptial agreement regardless. Also, Justine swears that he would never immigrate any woman to the US again for the sake of love because he has had his own fair share of deceit and misleading.
Contributed to the reason why your marriage packed up?
It takes two to tango, right? I mean, nothing is ever one-sided in relationships. I've called names. I've said harsh words. They were situational specific, and myself pretty well in those situations. But of course, I contributed to it. There's no relationship that could possibly exist that goes sour that both members are not involved in some capacity.
Since the interview went viral, it has sparked mixed feelings in most of their fans. Some praised the father of two for being a good man and a good dad, while others called him a liar, insisting there was no truth in all he said. Some Kora fans even went as far as mocking the chiropractor, pointing out that Daddy Freeze introduced him as Korra Obidi's ex after he bragged it was the brand. Reacting to the comments on Facebook, one user wrote, "Great and diplomatic interview. Well done, Daddy Freeze. Dr. Justine Dean, DC. You are a good man and a good dad. Never forget that." Despite all the hate that has been instigated by your ex, I also appreciate the fact that you learned from your past mistakes never to bring anyone else from Africa down to America, as experience is the best teacher. Another user mocked, both are divorced. The one doesn't know where his children are and the other one using his kids as a shield. One noted, Dean is a complete gentleman. One wrote, nothing positive about this man, just want to stay relevant. Another wrote, this man is just bitter. Him dey vex as Kora dey make am, I swear. One added, Dean says he takes the kids to school, but June was not taken to school the whole of last week. Jesus. Another added, this man hired group of Nigerian women against his ex-wife, refused to pay school fees, going from one platform to another, looking for validation. I hate the fact that he's using and dumping black women because they are vulnerable. Follow the story and you will understand better. He wanted his ex to be paying him to nanny his own kids. Lazy doctor of bone. I'm very sure he requested for this interview. Don't forget that Kora paid him $90,000 settlement for bringing her to America. Yet, he wanted her dead or imprisoned in the US. But his plans backfires. Till date, he's still planning to hurt the pure girl, Dr. Sue. Another wrote, "Great interview. Dr. Justine, well done. You took accountability. It takes two to tango. Each one of you contributed to the breakdown of the relationship." One asked, "Did he just admit that Korra Obidi was the primary breadwinner?" Keep talking, sir. He said if the woman is the primary breadwinner, she has to pay the man. Did you guys catch that? Kora paid you. You were not the primary breadwinner as you previously claimed. But keep talking.
Depend on being a single dad forever. I tend to be very selective. I am dating currently, but it's definitely an option. I mean, here in LA is very expensive, so there's financial considerations as well because kids are expensive. So you need to make sure that you can do it right. So yeah, the answer is yeah. I'd have more kids. I love kids. I mean, I play with my kids all day long if I can. Yeah. Maybe I'd want a boy. We'll see. I'm coping perfectly well as a single dad. I do want a nuclear family. What I will say is it's very important that nuclear family is healthy. So if the kids are raised in a toxic environment, especially little girls, if they see in a toxic environment growing up, they're going to seek a toxic partner because that's what's normal to them. Yes, I very much want a nuclear family. I very much want to come home to a wife and kids and that kind of thing. But it has to be a healthy environment. If I can't find a healthy environment, then I'll just be single forever and be that cool single dad.
This na real wahala. Tell us, guys, what do you think about Study Free's interview with Korra Obidi's ex, Justine? Do you agree he made contradictory statements to Kora's allegations? If Justine claims to love Nigeria, why then has he refused his children to visit their mother's native land? If the single father indeed does everything for his kids, why then is paying his 50% share of his children's school fees a problem?
Share your opinion in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please comment, like and share. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be notified every time I upload a new video so that you don't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.